Hi Starseed Collective, welcome to another Starseed Daily Issue, Episode 5. Today we're going to be talking about mothering and fathering ourselves, the inner child, and why that's important. It maybe seems like hogwash or just like not worth visiting or dealing with, or it's too painful to deal with, and yes, it's absolutely true. But Starseed journey requires it, and I'll tell you why. Thank you for joining me and landing here with me on Starseed Discovery. I'm welcoming you inside my spaceship. I'm going to start doing most of the daily issues inside of my spaceship here. So I'm going to be having tea and spaceship time. This is my Starseed starship. I will tell you that very, very lovely. I love when hair, this is like hairland. I have like animals, and I love when hair gets in my tea. It adds a nice aroma to it. I will tell you, I've already had to mother and father myself today. I am always on this, like, it's like one of the last things like really eating at me, besides my sugar addiction, is cigarettes. And 1 minute I'm a non-smoker, 1 minute I'm a smoker, 1 minute I'm a non-smoker, 1 minute I'm a smoker. And there's parts of my journey that I can't go on until I fucking stop smoking. And it's blocking heart, it's blocking throat, it's blocking a couple, I won't say blocking, okay, 2 things. This is 4. 2 things. Oh my god. Is I'm gonna use the word healing when I have to remind you what we're stepping away from using, but healing, more or less, I'm gonna start using the words like activating, shifting, alignment, those types of words, rather than healing, because you're already perfect, you're already whole, you're already whole. You're already wholesome, you're already 100%. Nothing about you is incomplete. You are exactly where you're supposed to be at this very moment in time. So, that word, and then blocking, I'm trying to step away from using as well. Again, shifting, aligning, because it kind of gives a negative connotation to, yeah, my heart chakra is going off right now. So it gives a connotation to like not being able to access, right? So like that's not true. It's never true. It's just breathing through and activating, lighting up the light body however you can. Yoga, going to your mat with intention, breath work, getting inside of your spaceship, doing your meditations, guided or otherwise in silence, with music, playing music, singing, dancing, whatever it is that grounds you on your personal journey. What is on your Starseed star map? We talked about that before in another video. Please check out all the videos listed. I do them here for you so that you can watch them at any time. It's knowledge for you. It's Starseed wisdom at your fingertips. And as usual, we're gonna go with some cards. I have picked out today's cards because I'm just remembering which ones that trigger me and helps me with healing. I have these weird bony bones on my feet, so I don't know if I can stay cross-legged the whole time. Light some sage for us all. Take a deep breath in and out, Starseeds. Lighting up from the root to the sacral, to the solar plexus, to the heart, to the cosmic heart, to the throat, to the crown, sorry, to the third eye, and then the crown. Alright, cleansed and cleared. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Cleansing the cards and my crystals. I might have an orange. Okay. I also wanted to explain what this is. This is, I got this in Sedona from High Heart. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I'll post a link below to her website. But this is a copper Nubius pyramid, and it's attached at the bottom with copper as well, and it has to be strictly in a straight triangle with the pyramid and everything for it to work accurately and at its best potential, with the crystals included in that it's encased in the rose quartz and the amethyst, and there's also a top rose quartz pyramid at the very top. This is to activate the higher self. So I sit in it and I meditate in it, and I get visions, whatever it is that my higher self wants me to know. A lot of my Akashic work is done inside of my Nubius pyramid, but you don't need a Nubius pyramid to do copper pyramid to do your Akashic field work. You can lay in your fucking bed and do that shit. This is just like more like somebody who's a daily worker who wants to maybe use this. So yes, those are available through her, and potentially through me in the future, if you're interested in purchasing one. So, and if you want to know more about it, just email me starseeddiscovery@gmail.com. You know where to find me. All right, let's get into this. So why is it important to mother and father yourself? Well, those of us who do not have parents, those of us who had parents that were not there for us, those of us who didn't get all the lessons that we needed from our parents, that is why. Because otherwise you carry these wounds and these burdens forever until you face them, because even in psychology, the brain is made up of different components and compartments, right? Components is what I was going to say, put those together. And the prefrontal cortex, which is located at the front of the brain, right here, where third eye is, area, your chakra. It is, okay, those are different. I just wanted to say in the same vicinity, okay? That is what develops last, people. And this is the area that helps us decipher left from right. No, I'm just kidding. Right from wrong. Or left from right, however you want to look at it, perspective. No, but not your left from right. It's really what's right and what's wrong to you. What is aligned and what is unaligned with you at that point in time in your life. So this doesn't, for most people, this does not stop developing until the age of 25. 25 people, 25. So a lot of these like underage minors that get accused of like certain things that they're doing under the age of 25, and they're being charged as adults when they really shouldn't be, because their brains have not fully developed. So they can't make the exact correct decisions, especially without tools, all the tools that we need. So we're always going to have to teach ourselves something. We're always going to, it's a part of self-mastery. It's a part of the Starseed journey. That's what the Starseed Daily Issue is all about, is how to walk this life as a Starseed, because it's fucking hard. So you don't want to carry on the shit. You don't want to carry it around with you. It'll follow you like a ghost, and it'll ruin your fucking day every time until you get rid of it. That's why you want to mother and father yourself. So, especially those of us who didn't have parents that were there or that were abusive, right? Completely opposite of being there, right? Not even being absent, but being like just awful parents, right? That's truth for a lot of us. I'm not claiming one or the other, right? I had a pretty wholesome family. There was divorce early in my life, but in particular at age 4. And I took that very, very, very hard. And I still was dealing with shit from that age, even a couple years ago, right? There was some abuse along the way as well from both sides, for sure. Lots of lessons I didn't get from both sides, because both sides, even though they got divorced, they were still similar in their own ways, which is weird. It's like, why did I even get divorced? Like, you're the same. Anyway, so I am overall grateful and thankful for my childhood. I can't say that it was like horrible. There's a lot of things I had to teach myself, though. A lot of things when it comes to self-mastery that I had to learn outside of my family, because it's just not there. It's not found. And I want to share, especially one of them with you today when it comes to authority. So, here's you, the Genesis pattern, planting the seed. This is like the Starseed card here, okay? In sacred geometry, this is like a starseed pattern. You'll see people call this the starseed of life pattern. I don't know, but anyway, I've seen it labeled that, and they're not wrong, right? And it's beautiful. It's literally meaning planting the seed. You are planted here with codes to activate light on Earth, to shift humanity towards light, towards your ascension, okay? So this is ultimately you. Also, egg of life coming to mind here. It's in the deck. I didn't grab it, but that is coming to mind here. And this is your geometry. So you want to expand from this, especially here. And that's where you're like in and out of alignment with yourself, because you're always shifting. You're always trying to find yourself. You're always trying to find a home. And especially when we don't have parents, it's even if, and I'm not saying that you want to mother and father yourself. So I'm not saying be your mom to yourself. Be your dad. Be exactly the same dad that you have to yourself. That is not the message here. The message is, Skrillex is down there. The message is, be the mother you wish you had. Be the father you wish you had. That's one card I meant to grab and I didn't. I can't remember if it's from Worth Your Light or Starseed. I think it's the Starseed Oracle. Be the leader that you wish you had. That is why you want to mother and father yourself. Now, I didn't finish what I was saying earlier about me smoking, but I had a moment where I felt horrible, and I had to take myself to the bathroom, and then I had to take myself to my bed, and then I had to nap, and I mothered myself and nurtured myself and fathered myself through learning the disciplines of my actions, the promises I've made to myself and broken, facing that. And it didn't feel good, feeling like bleh at all. I got to nap with my babies, but it wasn't a nap I was expecting. I was expecting to record this much earlier today, but I had other things in mind, apparently. So to help you bring in these nurturing and fathering, mothering codes, stability codes, true state of being, who you truly are as a starseed here on Earth. You want to listen to the hertz or get a tuning fork or some sort of tuning tone frequency at the frequency of 963 hertz. And this is also the symbol here. Oh my god, I hope they don't go crazy. So your inner child, acknowledge the inner child. Many of us avoid this. Many of us, this is where we go, whoop, this spiritual journey is not for me. This is where we stop. This is where most of us stop. Rewind, reverse, too much, too hard, too difficult, too much work. Monkey, when he's in the readings, he's active. He's definitely my energetic protector, that one. I don't have to worry about shit when he's around. So these inner child energies are there for you to help you ascend, to help you shift. Sorting through your dark shadows and learning how to unite them, polarize them, use them to your advantage, use them to make you whole, to make you, a true state of being. I was in a ceremony this weekend, and one of the messages I walked away with and realized was that these lower vibrations of earth, when it comes to humanity, when it comes to human expression of anger and sadness, and sometimes, guilt and shame, even to a certain degree, those emotions are sacred too. You have to honor them. You can't just push them aside, walk away, oh, too difficult. You won't get far. You'll stay very comfortable. And that's not wrong. It's just not the Starseed path for sure. There's no way to grow in that space. You can't sit in your spaceship. I would not order a spaceship if you don't plan on doing inner child work. You won't. This will shut down. This will not activate. Period. And you want to soften into these energies too, like really learning how to teach yourself the self-mastery skills of what it is you lacked as a child, what it is that hurt you, what it is that you carry with you that prevents you from being you, the authentic you. The Starseed you, the Pleiadian, the Arcturian, the Andromedan, the Draco, the Orion you. What is it that prevents you? It's these lower shadow self. And the shadow self is just as sacred as the true self. One is not better than the other. They're all experience, and they all teach us and advance us. Starseed Oracle, the Golden Children, Inner Child, Tenderness, Innocence, Rare Gifts. You want to tap into your spaceship? You want to tap into your inner gifts? You want to clap into your clap? You want to tap into your clairvoyancy? Your ability to be there for others? And yourself, first and foremost, which is why you do all this in the first place. You have to tap into your inner child. And mother and father it. And you. Making your own decisions, being the mother you wish you had, being the father you wish you had, or the mother and father you did have. If there's nothing that you'd fucking change about your parents, be that person. Christ you can see as your brother, Christ you can see as your best friend, Christ you can see as your beloved, Christ you can see as your father. Christ is so mutable. If you want to use that as this example to help you father yourself, then use the Christ method. If you want to use the Mary method to mother yourself, use the Mary method. If you don't know about Mary, you can learn or feel through her energies, as most of us don't know a whole lot about her, which we're going to do more on this channel. But there's lots of information out there. Please use your discernment when going through Mary information, Mary Magdalene. Otherwise, if you want to think of Jesus' mother, you can. 100%. And guess what? Jesus had a grandma. Use whatever role model it is you want. If you don't want to use Christianity, please use any other religious ascended master inside of religion or outside of religion, ascended master for you to follow an example of. Whoever it is you look up to outside of Western society today. Unless it's Matthew McConaughey. Just saying. I'm funny. Okay, so, child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. And the only way to truly crack open the intelligence of the cosmos is inner child's work. Tender care and love towards the little you that haunts you. She's going to stay upset. He's going to stay wounded until you heal them. And only you can do this. That is also why you want to mother and father yourself. Leading up to, and if you're looking for healing and you just can't find it, you've taken all the meds you can take, you've taken all the clinical studies you can take, you've taken all the drugs you can take, you've taken all the legal or illegal, you've taken all the healing classes you can take, you've seen all the psychologists and psychiatrists that you can see, and still you're drinking, still you're using, still you're confused, still you're sad, still you're lost, still you're fucked up all the time. You want to do your own self-mastery, deep cellular healing, Starseeds. Okay? It has to include this work. There's no getting by it. There's no skipping it. It's not a step. There's not a process you can access without doing this work. Now, doing this work and reminiscing in it forever and ever and ever, that's different. That I would avoid. Spending an hour in this memory at most, that I recommend. Spending 24 hours in a memory, no matter how difficult or simple it was, I do not recommend. If it is a lower activation, a lower activating vibration, I wouldn't spend much time in it. I wouldn't spend longer than an hour. Do what you need to do in an hour. Couple hours here and there if you need to do that, like spread it out, like over a course of a week or a couple weeks, revisiting it here, an hour there, if you need to sprinkle an hour, but staying in sadness or remembering something traumatic for over an hour at a time, I don't recommend on any level. Deep cellular healing, Arcturius energy, physical and emotional healing, Arcturian energy coming in to help you with inner child and deep cellular wounds. Some of these are past life, and that's why you gotta visit your spaceship. That's why you gotta visit your Akashic field, babes. Seriously, Starseeds, it's also not a step you can skip. You have to learn how to do it on your own, and if you need help doing that, one-on-one counseling with me, starseeddiscovery.com, starseeddiscovery@gmail.com. Let me know. I'm there for you, okay? One-on-one counseling starting at $20 an hour. It's not bad, guys. It's really not bad. So, Arcturius energy, physical and emotional healing. Asking Arcturian energy to come in and assist you. Asking the Arcturians to come in and assist you. Getting your turquoise crystals, okay, to come in and assist you with the inner child's cosmic womb even healing, interdimensional healing, stuff that you've been carrying around, maybe some of you, for a long time, when you've been repeating life here over and over and over again. Some of you, that's definitely the case. It is not necessarily my case. I do have memories of other very, very recent lifetimes outside of Earth, but I am here now for you, mostly. Some of it for me, right? No, I'm just kidding. No, a lot for me too. But actually, all for me, but also for you, okay? And you tap into, a lot of you want to know how to tap into your family, your star families, and all of that. The Octarians can help you with that as well. And it definitely, you cannot do it on a regular basis and get something from it and understand it for sure without the expansion of the mind. And that is a result of inner child healing and inner child activation and shifting. I'm still getting used to it, you guys. Bear with me. And I ask you to incorporate it into your own practice if you feel guided to do so. To get to the temple home, I no longer search outside of myself for home. A lot of you, a lot of us, we tend to result to these void filling actions and activities, hobbies, if you will, even for some of us, because we're always searching for home. We're always searching for where we belong, and it's here in your spaceship. It's really here in your starseed grid is where you really belong, no matter where you are in the world. You're never alone, starseeds. You can never forget that, okay? Ever, ever, ever. Never forget that you're never alone, because you are on a starseed grid, no matter where you are. It is a temple. It is a home temple. It is an inner temple. It never leaves you. It's always there. I no longer search outside of myself for home. So you can't find home if you're neglecting home when your inner child is wounded and you don't want to visit him or her. She's a part of your home. He's a part of your home. Again, no skipping it. It just is impossible. Just like those of you in AA in the Red Book. It does not. I didn't do AA, just a side note. I grew up in AA though, my mom. Where is it, the Red Book or the 10 steps, whatever. 10 commandments of AA. It's one step at a time, okay? And there, you can't start from 5 and then 1. And on when it comes to different placements of the Starseed journey, yes, you can do that. You can do that. You can do this inner child work. Typically, it's at the beginning. It really is. You really cannot expand without clearing this. Cleansing and clearing your light body and getting it activated and ready for upgrades, it requires this work. So you can skip around, right? Like I said, do an hour here, do an hour there, do an hour there, do an hour there. And that's totally, like, it doesn't matter which order, what memories you visit first. If you're being guided on which ones to do, visit that one, visit that one, visit that one. But it's not like, okay, start from 2, then 4, then 6, then 8. No, it's not like that. But overall, to get the growth that you are desiring, to get the growth that you are desiring, okay? Your inner temple, the clarity, the clearness, the love, the vibrations, the inner and outer reality shifts, upgrades. It requires the inner child healing to go first. At some capacity, you have to start somewhere. That's you just have to start somewhere. It doesn't require you to do it all at once, okay? But you have to start somewhere. And why, Starseeds, why is it so difficult? Because you are here breaking the chain. You're here breaking family lineages, past lineages, long lineages sometimes, for some of us, of black magic. It is black magic is the best way to put it. And this is like, please don't say that in me. Yeah, really, you can use something like this for that. So this can only be in the right people's hands. You really can. Like, and this will not be affordable for those who cannot work within it right now and use it for light in the highest good of all. It just won't work. And I guarantee you won't get it. Something won't happen. If it's not meant to be, it's not your time. And some of this is 1 decade, 2 decades, 10 decades, 20 decades of malicious energy within family bloodlines. You're breaking the pattern, you're breaking the chains. And that's why a lot of you have to separate from your family for a long time, but you're sending healing to that bloodline. You're sending activations, you're sending upgrades, you're sending shifting, breaking the patterns, breaking the chains that have been haunting the family you've been born into in this lifetime for many, many years. You're doing them and all of those energies and ancestors' justice. That's why you want to do this work, Starseeds. And so the inner child ties into that because it's a part of many, 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 many lifetimes of families, same suffrage. From one degree to another, some one level to another within the children of those families, right? Suffering from broken homes, suffering from, broken homes, one way or another is a big one there. But also deprivation, starvation, lack of, like many, many lifetimes of just the same lack mentalities all the times too. These are what we're healing. Activating and shifting in and out of, okay, Starseed? So the inner child is for you, and it is for your family. It is for the lineage that you came here to assist. All right, so now we're going to go into 2 different piles I have here concerning mommy and daddy. Mother healing coming in from the mermaids and dolphins, magical mermaids and dolphins. As your feelings toward your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. Cha-ching! That's also why you want to do this inner child healing. This is also why you want to mother yourself, because you want to provide for yourself and manifest your magic and work it and work your inner alchemy as pure as your mother wished that she had or did have. You want to love yourself, which is why you want to mother yourself. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. This is another reason, this is so tiny, another reason why you want to mother yourself. You don't really need to see that card, I just said it to you, it's fine. Number 3, why you want to mother yourself. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? This is a very activating card. This one I will make sure you can see. Make sure about the fire there. Oh man. Oh, it's too bright right now. Here. I have to get out my Starseed starship very safely. Okay. This is a very activating card, so please screenshot it if you need. But really, how can you mother yourself? Like, what was it about your mom that you wish she did? How do you want to mother your children? You know, how do you want to bring warmth to the situation? For those of you who are freezing in the United States right now, and other wares, and other places. Oh, weird. I feel for you. I'm from Texas and all my family's freezing right now. I'm snowed in. Really weird. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Another reason why you want to mother yourself. Mother of the sea, goddess, I surrender to the boundless creative flow of the ocean. Again, with manifestation, you cannot flow and be in your inner alchemy, creating the world that you want to create for yourself if you're not loving yourself, if you're not mothering and nurturing yourself, your inner alchemy. You have to balance your inner alchemy to create the purity that you want your life to be, which is within you. The universe is within you. You are the child of the cosmos. So in order for you to feel at home here and one with who you are, you have to mother yourself and nurture your creativity within you, so that you can manifest more rapidly. Isn't that what we all want? We just want to just manifest everything we want. So we have to heal. I know this says mother healing, but again, this is, the times change, and this deck was made, I don't know how long ago, but probably not too long. But however, things always, as humanity shifts and gets new codes and new activations, as a collective, we get new ancient wisdom that hasn't been here in such a long time. So it was maybe okay for a while for us to be using healing. Like, that was enough and what we needed for a long time. But now, maybe we don't need that word so much. Maybe we can do this on our own and we're never broken. So in order to create and manifest the world that you want, the real world that you want, not this fucked up, because you are so responsible for the fucked up shit that you're living in right now. If your spaceship is fucked up, or it doesn't work, or you can't afford it, or the world around you is messy, that is still your manifestation. That is still your responsibility. That is still your creation. That is still being created, because inside here is that way. And I bet you your mother relationship isn't 100% or even 80%. Because my mother relationship, it's probably about 90. I would say it's good now. It took a long time to get that way. And I can't believe it. She actually added a Lyran group on Facebook. I was like, Mom, it's pretty galactic, because we talk the same on most things, but she's very still Christian, and I'm very not. A very Christ conscious, married Christ consciousness is what I am. Very fifth dimensional, and so she's slowly opening. So now we're getting closer and closer and closer and closer. But it took us a while. It really did. We fought all the time growing up, and she and I had the craziest fights compared to the rest of, well, maybe my little brother too. He's also a Starseed. But between, I think I'm the only one that my mom actually physically laid hands on. Like, physically, like, leaving bruises and, like, a busted lip and things like that. Like, she physically would hit me. I think my little brother, even though he's my little brother, was too big for her to do that. So she would just kind of like, but if she felt like she could fight it back, I'm sure she could. But none of my other siblings experienced her doing that to them. So, it wasn't always 90%. Sometimes it was fucking 0%, and I shut her the fuck out of my life. Okay, that's happened before too. Long time ago though, but who knows? Maybe you're doing that now. Maybe you needed to do it now versus back then, or in the future. It's now. Who knows? Mine was then. It's not now, but for you, maybe it's now. Or in the future. Hexahedron, nurture and create. This is the last reason I could find in my decks off the top of my head I could remember. I'm sure there's plenty more. Why you want to mother yourself. Nurture and create. It's all about creativity. It's all about the High Priestess, the Empress. Being fertile with your projects, being fertile in your home, being fertile within yourself, Yes, for children, but also for you, for who you are, claiming who you are. What are you doing here? Being fertile in those ways. And creating the life it is that you came here to live, not suffer in. Starseeds. Why do you want to father yourself? From the Starseed, from the very magical mermaids and dolphins, Father healing. Your personal power increases as you give any father-related issues to heaven. Interpret this card how you wish. Again, with the healing, activation, alignment. But again, you have to mend your relationship with your father. Even if your mother and father are not living, okay? Let's say that's the case for some of you, which I'm 100% sure it is. You have 100% access to them at any time. And if you need help with that, please reach out to me at starseeddiscovery@gmail.com. You have that access at any time. They're always there for you. But also, if they're not somebody if they passed away and weren't somebody that was there for you, you can still remember a father figure that you wish you had and be that. Not who you knew, especially if you did not agree with or align with. It's all about your personal power, your stability, your foundation, your father energies within you. It's all about that. Family healing, here's that word again, healing family issues and the Angel Romance Oracle. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. I didn't go over this yet. I was saving it for last, but of course, the inner child work, what is it mainly for? You. But why do a lot of us get triggered on this journey? Because of someone we love and want to be with. Some of us, if you want to get cute in here, I don't use the twin flame. Yeah, it is twin flame. That's what it is, twin flame label anymore. But it is, that's that twin flame journey, if you will. That's what we're talking about here too. Like, that's why you have to do this inner child work. You're in that twin flame journey. That's why you want to do it. I'm calling it that from now on. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, so you have to do this mother healing, father healing, mother alignment, father alignment, shifting, activations, and deactivations. Decoding, deactivating from this jargon that you no longer want. The things that you do have that you didn't wish you had, you deactivate from your mother and father figures within yourself. Forgiving them. Huge inner child work. Atlas, Father of the Sky, God, I release the weight of the world from my shoulders. This is another reason why you want to father yourself. To create stability, to create foundation, to create balance and structure and authenticity, yes, but that's combined with the creativity. But, so you have to have both. But, mother and father, but it's creating stableness. It's fathering yourself creates expansion, adventure, confidence, the ability to ground yourself and grow. You have to be grounded to create, and both create growth. So, fathering yourself, knowing what to hold on to, what not to. deciding with courage and strength what you need to hold on to and what you don't, what you need to release into Gaia and not let her recycle for you. I'm still sticking with the, of course, with the nightgown theme here, even though it's apparently a little late now after my mothering and fathering adventure today. I will get out of my spaceship again to show you this one, why you want to father yourself. Ooh, we need to straighten out here. It's hard to do this on your own. Authority. This is an activation I had to teach myself out of many out of this deck. This is the Starseed, sorry, not Starseed, but 4 Starseeds. Sacred Geometry Activations by Lon. So screenshot the Starseeds for your spiritual practice. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Receptive, wise, and loving. That is who I want my father to be. Isn't that who you want your father to be? That's who I want my dad to be. Knowing what to get rid of. Energetically, emotionally, physically. To create room for expansion and stability and foundation and creating pentacles for yourself, creating career, creating purpose. She creates. He defines. Another reason why you want to, lastly, and out of the reasons why I could find off the top of my head, father yourself, is grounding and anchoring, staying grounded. You have to stay grounded, right? In this fathering energy to nurture and create. So you're really, practicing dance, singing, doing art, but really, I don't see how people can do spiritual practices without meditation and yoga. Like, I honestly, I don't think it's possible. So, I really don't. Even if you are limited in space or even with mobility, there are absolutely 100% ways to modify, okay? No matter what your circumstances are. You can always practice, and especially breathing. If you're alive, you can do breath work. If you're alive, you can meditate. Doesn't matter. It takes practice and commitment and dedication to the shift. And determination, right? But that's, again, fathering yourself, staying committed. Using discernment, fathering yourself. Loving, father and mothering yourself. Another reason I want to bring to your attention before we get into the big hoorahs of the Sacred Geometry Oracle of why we want to. This is Sacred Geometry Healing Activation cards. What it's called, is on my way to sleep during my mothering, fathering nap experience today. It was like, nope, you're not ready for this. Go to bed. Like, I was like, okay, I'm going to bed. Like, that's what I need to do right now. That's what I need to do. So I went and took a nap and got like my clarity, my cleansing, but also whatever activation it was I needed to get. And because, I did this red temple work this weekend, and so I'm just very, like, integrating these energies right now. And becoming this whole new, like, divine feminine again. in this lifetime. And so that journey is beginning for me right now. Like I was already there, but it was just like flicking the ice. I don't even think the ice cracked. Okay, it was just like, hey, like divine feminine, because I was already like I already embody divine feminine just naturally. So it was like, oh, I want to be with you everywhere. And so like I was already there. I was already listening. But it wasn't like whoosh, cracking through the eyes. Like, here I am. Okay, so that's this new journey for me. I'm not here I am yet, but I'm getting there. So anyway, on my way to sleep was the image of the sun and the moon. Father being the sun, of course, mother being the moon. And, you know, dark womb, things were created in the darkness, in the ocean, creation, even embryos grow in the dark, there's no light in there, right? So, you know, the moon is like psychic, intuition, like, and guys like, oh, women are like that, you know, obviously there's intuitive men out there. I'm not saying there's not, but they are tapped in to their mother side, their feminine side. They are not there without it. And they will tell you that. Some men think that they're more emotional and more tapped into their emotional side than they really are. And you can't tell them that. They have to figure that out on their own. And some are completely shut off and they'll tell you they are. And they're like, not interested. So, you know, you choose. But so sun and moon, and yeah, you don't need the sun to have the moon. You don't need the sun to have the moon. You don't need the moon to have the sun. You don't need either one of them to have the other. However, when you do have the balance of both, sun and moon, right? When you have the balance of both, you get a beautiful 24 hours. Most of the time it's 12 days, unless you're in Alaska. Most of the time it's 12 days, and you know, depending on the time of the year, whatever. But hear me out. Most of the time it's 12 days of sunlight and 12 days of moonlight. And I know we have the new moons, there's not always moonlight. I get it, it's just starlight, whatever. My point, people, is that we have a beautiful day, 24 hours of different shades of light throughout the 24 hours. Every hour, every minute even, every second nearly is different from the next when it comes to the shades of light that we are exposed to throughout the day, because of the conjunction and the even balance and the polarization of the absolute difference of sun and moon. Together, working in unison. Sun and moon, sun and moon, sun and moon. For humanity's purpose and growth and stability and survival. So in a way, the sun and moon father the earth, but absolutely humanity. This was my divine, meditation and message I was getting to share with you today concerning this mother-father ring of the self and self-mastery of the self. Okay, it's inclusive, and the self-mastery, mothering and fathering yourself is one of the tools, okay, to self-mastery. And reality shifting, okay, this 5D and the whole like law of attraction, all of that is 100% what we're talking about here. Expansion, these are the reasons in sacred geometry why I might come closer to the camera here. Actually, I'll just move it. But these are the reasons why we want to do the inner child and mother, father work here, people. Okay? Here we go. And sacred geometry language. First of all, going back, tying it all together, what you were born here with, right? And you want to plant your seed and keep spreading your seed. So we have to cleanse it and clear it and make sure it's lightable. But what really want to be spreading as star seeds. Spreading our seed. Whatever light that is. Physical or otherwise. Expansion, evolve and expand is why we want to mother and father ourselves. I'll move a little closer so you guys can screenshot these. Oh, there goes that little spot on my knee. But I should probably have my mat, and then I wouldn't have this problem. Okay. Let me take my shoes off. Tired of being confused? Call Jesus. I'm just kidding. You can, but also that's why you want to bring in clarity. Mothering and fathering yourself, okay? That's why you want to mother and father yourself. Expansion, clarity, creating unlimited potential and accessing that unlimited potential. Consciously creating reality. This is interesting, isn't it? There we go. Consciously creating reality, okay? Unlimited potential for the starseed available to you at all times. You just have to access it and ask for help and self-master, which brings us back to inner child and why we want to mother and father ourselves. Foundation, creating stability is why we want to mother and father ourselves. I just noticed, because I was like, okay, this side's lighter than this side, is it lighting? But no, it's actually the creating the stability, the balance of the light and the dark there. Because, still sacred, low vibrations are still sacred. We just have to know how to transmute them and work with them and create wholesomeness and creation and art of life with both lower and higher vibrations, owning both, knowing both are us and human and sacred. The fine balance of the two, creating stability, is why we want to mother and father ourselves. Stability and clarity there. Harmony, also creating harmonious surroundings, is why we want to mother and father ourselves. Please, Starseed, screenshot this. I know I'm far away, but you can zoom in, okay? After you screenshot. We want to mother and father ourselves and do the inner child work here because of the awakening. If you want to awaken and ride the Akashic wave and ride this wave of ascension and ride with us here on Starseed Discovery and do the Starseed journey or the Twin Flame journey. Awakening Akashic records, conscious evolution is why you want to mother and father yourself and do your inner child healing. like this. So serious. Meditation is why you want to mother and father yourself. Connection to higher wisdom is why you want to mother and father yourself. Connection to higher wisdom as I hit my Anubius, my copper pyramid. Let's see. There we go. I'll show these once more at the end, okay? In case you want to screenshot them better. How about that? Sounds good. Good. Why you want to mother and father yourself is reflection. Reflect upon life experience. So that you can be who you authentically came here to be. So finding your true reflection, your true twin flame in everything. Your career, your home, your family, your husband, your lover, your wife, your children, your parents, your friends, your co-workers, your clients even, okay? I feel you. Love frequency, of course, because we want to find our soulmate. We want to find that true love. We want to find that one that sees and knows us all from all these lifetimes ago. That is why we want to do inner child healing. You think you can find that without doing inner childhood work? You might as well turn this channel right now, because that ain't gonna happen. I'm telling you right now. That's not the way it was created. It's not the plan, and it won't ever work without that work. It just won't. Period. Okay? Period. Will not work without inner child healing. Activations, deactivations. I'm trying. Love frequency, self-healing, soulmate connection is why you want to mother and father yourself. Because what do? We always go look for our mother. We always go look for our father and a partner, right? So you might as well clean up that so that you can find the perfect mother and father that you want to mother and father your own children if that's something you're interested in. Or at least have in your home, living with every single fucking day of your life, and maybe apocalypse. Okay, who do you want an apocalypse with? You gotta clean this in order to find that out there. Okay, mother and father yourself to find the love frequency. You also want to mother and father yourself so you can believe and have faith, because no magician, no inner alchemist can create the outer alchemy that he or she wants. No magician can have the magic come to fruition that they are creating without belief in their magic. It does not work. Again, it will not work. Period. We're clear? Got it? Same page? I'll come closer to go through these one more time. And I'll go ahead and throw in these. Why we want to mother and father ourselves. Go ahead and screenshot these star seeds. Okay. And as I promised, I was just going to get on screen the way that I wake up. So the only thing I did do was brush my teeth. So you're welcome. We want to star mother ourselves. Be the star mother we wish we had. Screenshot as I go through. We want to father ourselves by grounding and anchoring ourselves, creating that stability. What we need for stability. Creating authority, the kind of authority we want to live and reside in, not be told what to do and have our freedom stolen and our mental freedoms non-existent. We want the actual authority that was meant to reside here on planet Earth, which is the frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, yet realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Hexahedron, nurture and create. Believe and have faith. Love frequency. Self-love, soulmate connections. Reflection, reflect upon life and life experience. To create your inner and outer world between work, love, harmony, and home, work life, and all else. Community. Meditation, connection to higher wisdom. Why we want to mother and father ourselves. And create cleansing and clearing of inner childhood. Inner child. Awakening, Akashic records, and conscious evolution. Why we want to mother and father ourselves. Know how to get through that. Listening to Fleetwood Mac. Harmony, creating harmonious surroundings. Why we want to mother and father ourselves. Foundation, creating stability. Why we want to mother and father ourselves. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Sorry. Not sorry. Tell me lies. Oh no, you can't disguise. Also why I have to quit smoking. I don't have control over my voice. Unlimited potential, consciously creating reality. Why we want to father and mother ourselves. To create the life we want. It is essential work to this people. You can't skip it. And get where you really want to. You can skip it, skip around, sure. Clarity, stay clear and focused. Why you want to mother and father yourself. Staying committed to you and devoted to you. Why you want to mother and father yourself. Expansion. Here as a starseed, planting your seed, starseed. Evolve and expand in the love frequency even. Why you want to father and mother yourself. The spiral of infinity, of existence, ever expanding spiral. These are the sacred geometry formations to help you in your spiritual practice. I hope you screenshot any of all of the artwork that you wanted to from these cards to help you activate these father and mother energies that we have talked about today here on Starseed Discovery, and why it is important on your Starseed journey to actually work through these energies, and why you can't just skip it, why it's impossible to do this work and not have that done in some capacity at one time or another, in whatever order you want. But it has to start in the beginning at some place, in some point in time. Okay, Starseeds? Please contact me and connect with me. I love hearing from you. I love your comments. I love your shares. I love your likes. Please subscribe and support the channel any way you can. If you'd like to donate to me at starseeddiscovery@gmail.com, or if you need one-on-one counseling, reading cards, doing any ascension work, anything, I'm here for you. I love you all. Until next daily issue. Bye-bye, guys. Love and light.